and put those keys on the roof because I don't trust her to sit there.
Hey, can you do me a favor, ma'am? Just real quick for me. Hey, listen to me. Look right here. Look right here. Shut your car off for me real quick, okay? Just shut it off. No, just relax. Relax and shut the vehicle off for me, okay? It's okay. Relax and shut the vehicle off. You have to relax. Hey, shut the vehicle off for me, man.
Welcome back. This is Jason Matthews. I am a recently retired law enforcement officer. I was also a use of force instructor and a taser instructor during my career. And this is part 2 as I continue to comment on this public domain video that was released out of Florida. I'm giving you my perspective on what I might be thinking if I was in this officer's shoes, what actions I might consider, and also giving you some information that the general public doesn't generally know about law enforcement based on my training and experience. I don't know the details of this incident, and this is all hypothetical, being that this body camera is a limited static view of the incident. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing while I'm watching in real time, just like you. But before we get started, if you support the police, click the like button. And if you do not support the police, click the dislike button. It's anonymous, and I'm just curious of where you stand. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, in the prior video, part 1, I asked you, the viewer, to answer the question of why an officer might have someone turn a vehicle off and either give them the keys or have them put the keys on top of a vehicle, as they're asking in this video. So if you didn't see part 1, go ahead and go back and watch part 1 and catch up, and comment in the comment below, give me the answer. But I'm going to answer the question right now. And the answer is, one reason would be if the officer believes that the individual that they have stopped is a flight risk, then they may have her turn off her or him, whoever it may be, turn off the vehicle and or give them the keys or separate the individual from the keys. What is a flight risk? A flight risk is someone who might just take off on the vehicle stop. So in other words, they might put the vehicle in gear and continue driving. Another reason, which is relatable to that, what I just said, is that person, if the officer believes is a danger to the public because he or she believes that they are impaired, they may also ask them to turn the vehicle off and or give them the keys and or put the keys on top of the vehicle.
For me, ma'am. Shut the vehicle. Do not drive off. Don't do that. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to do that, okay?
I don't trust you guys.
There's no reason not to trust me. There's no reason not to trust me.
All right, ma'am, you need to step out of the car. You need to step out of the car.
Go ahead and step out for me.
Step out.
Why?
Because we're asking
you're
you
being told to.
It's a lawful order. Step out of the vehicle.
The primary officer just said that's a lawful order to step out of the vehicle. Now, how can he articulate that, and why is that a lawful order? Well, if the officer has certain observations that he's made, for example, and he has been able to gather evidence or gather what we would call non-compliance. In other words, non-compliance is an individual who is not complying with orders, generally speaking, such as not providing license, registration, and insurance, and such things such as that. I don't know all the details of this specific incident, but if there are facts, according to the officer, that he can articulate step by step, which would lead him to see it necessary to give a lawful order to have the individual step out of the vehicle, that is something that that officer may do. He may give a lawful order, but that has to be articulated. And this will be all articulated in a incident report after the incident itself.
You're not cooperating with my officer.
No, because I don't want it what he wants.
Don't touch that. Get on out. Come on. Step right back here for me. Just step back here.
Step right back there.
All right. Lean up against your vehicle. You can have a seat on your bumper. Just have a seat on your bumper right here behind you. There you go. That's fine. All right. Where are you coming from? Listen to me. Where are you coming from?
The officer just touched this individual. Now, I want to know in the comments section down below, does the officer or do the officers have the ability or the right to touch another individual, specifically this individual in this circumstance right now, and explain why you believe that they have the right to touch this individual as they just did on the shoulder.
I'm from Navarre Beach.
Okay, how much have you had to drink?
2 drinks.
Maybe 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 2.
Where did you have those drinks at? On the beach?
No, there was in Gulf Beach.
Hey, 21 or 7.
Okay. All right.
I just want to go get back to get my daughter. I just went to Navarre Beach to see a friend, and I just want to go back home and get my daughter.
All right, but what you need to understand is right now, I know I do, and I'm pretty sure.
What I do wrong.
I'm going to tell you if you'll let me talk, okay? I can tell you right now, I suspect you of driving under the influence. All right? I don't think you're fit to operate a motor vehicle. And I'm pretty sure my partner's in the same boat. So what we're going to ask of you, you almost hit the concrete barrier multiple times coming across the bridge. Your driving pattern was so bad that another person called in while you were coming through that wooded area before you get into the city that you were swerving and unable to maintain a lane. You had difficulty maintaining a speed. You would speed up, slow down. Not to mention, once you got onto the bridge, you sped up to a pretty high rate of speed that my partner had to try pretty hard to catch up to you. So, with all of those things in mind, are you willing to submit to standardized field sobriety tasks so that we can determine whether or not you are fit to operate a motor vehicle?
What you just heard right there was the officer laying out a case. He knows that the body camera is recording, and he is not only telling her what facts, what evidence he has or he has observed about the individual that tells him that that individual is not capable of safely operating a motor vehicle. And so he's not only telling her and explaining all of his evidence that he has that leads him to believe that, but he knows that the body camera is recording this, and he knows that this could land in court and probably likely will or has been in court. And so that is evidence of him articulating to the court all his reasoning that he's laid out step by step by step of what he's done, what he's observed, and what makes him believe that the individual is not safe to operate a motor vehicle.
I just feel so sorry. I just want to go home and get my daughter.
So this is not only going to help us determine whether or not you are fit to drive?
No, they make it guys difficult to. I just want to go home and get my daughter home.
All right, well, considering that I just explained to you what you did wrong, and you're still trying to tell me that you don't understand what you did wrong and that you think you're fit to drive, I'm going to ask you one. I've already explained it. I've explained it to you.
Not to mention, you're also slow to stop right here when we're trying to pull you over.
I stopped.
We're going to ask you one more time. Will you submit to performing some standardized field sobriety tasks?
Yeah, I just want to go home and get my
That's
daughter.
Are you going to do the task or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to go home and get my daughter home.
Hold on. Don't fall on me. Do not fall down. Hey, stand right here. We're not going anywhere. Listen, if you don't quit getting squirrely with me, we're going to have to put you in handcuffs, okay? Right now, I'm trying to avoid having to put you in handcuffs.
Don't say that because I want to
Right,
just go
exactly.
home.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, stop right here, right here. Do not start to walk off again. Okay.
Okay, don't
What's going on?
try to be
She's trying to wander
abused.
off.
No, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I just try to go.
Let's do these tasks.
Don't try to be abused, you guys.
We're not abusing anything,
Okay.
ma'am. Are you going to do the task or not?
Yeah.
Then stand still so I can find a place for you.
Just go get back to see
I
my
understand
daughter.
that, but I have to find a safe place for you to do them
I just want
so
to
that
go
you have
see
the
my
most
daughter
fair
back.
chance.
I
just need you to stand still and give me a second to get it set up. Do you understand that? Ma'am, do you understand?
So the officer just conveyed to the individual he needs to set up some tests. What are these tests? There's different varieties of these tests in different jurisdictions in different states. But generally speaking, what we are talking about here is the walk-in turn, which is basically walk a straight line and turn certain amount of steps, which you will see in future videos, and the one-legged stand, where you stand on one foot and count while looking at your foot. So he needs to find an area where it's safe, that's away from traffic, where he can conduct these tests, an area that's safe, an area that's flat, away from what's going on as far as the roadway. And that's what he's talking about. He needs to also get documentation prepared and just generally set the test up so that she can perform the test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
get well, but if you're asked a question, sometimes we need an answer.
I don't want you guys abuse your authority.
Hey, listen, nobody's abusing any authority,
No,
okay?
because you hear so many things about like that, so especially with people like different country. Yeah, I'm not American, so
You're not American? Hey, stand right here. I don't want you to wander out over here.
I'm a citizen.
Okay, well, stand right here for me. I don't want you to wander out into the road and get hit by a car, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm a freaking citizen, but I know you guys so racist.
You know we're racist?
Yeah.
Now, me, myself, if I were to hear something like that, I would just not respond to it. Like, she never said it. There's nothing that can be gained by responding to something like that, such as this officer did. And that's just from experience, learning from experience. When you're first starting out in law enforcement, in general, I believe that most officers would respond to something like that, or would want to respond to something that someone is saying, generally speaking. But what I've learned over my career is that you're not going to change anyone's mind. They can say whatever they want, and there's no need to respond to that. And so something that's such a hot button issue such as this, there's no point in responding. There's no benefit, there's no positive, there's no upside to responding to something, a statement such as that.
I can assure you that I'm not racist.
No, this what the people say. Americans so racist about like Latino.
Hey, back here.
All right, that is part 2. In part 3, you're going to see what's going to happen as she walks. As you can see, it's happening right now. This individual is walking towards the driver's side of the vehicle. She's turned her back and she's walking. She's starting to walk towards the driver's side of the vehicle. And in part 3, something very critical is going to happen. I want your comments in the comment section on part 3 of what you believe based on what you're seeing. But that does it for this video. The next part of the video, part 3, is available on this channel, so go watch it. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. And take care, and I wish you a very nice day.